Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing good. I have been thinking about making this vlog for a very long time, but couldn't find so much time with my last semester going on, then figuring it out how to apply for jobs, making resume and cover letter. Well, that's another topic. But I wanted to make this vlog for a very long time, and here it is. So today's vlog is about how to extend your study permit. So you need to extend your study permit in case you're doing 1+1 kind of program, or if you had deferred but your study permit is getting expired before your studies are completing. In that case, you need to extend your study permit. So in this vlog today, I'm going to explain step by step what are you going to do to apply and extend your study permit. Before we dive into it, I would like to remind you guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon, and let's get into it. Sign in into your IRCC secure account, and as you scroll down, you see a blue box which says GCKey username and password. If you have the GCKey username and password, this is very simple and you should be knowing it because you have applied for your study permit before coming over here, right? So everyone has a GCKey. This is the main page which you get to see. This is all the applications that you have already submitted that you have to extend your study permit. You just scroll down a little bit, and as you scroll down a little bit, you see start an application, right? So under that, you see apply to come to Canada, right? Go into that one. Then it says to enter your personal reference code to begin your application. So if you don't have already started an application, that's not where you go. As you scroll down a little bit, you see I do not have a personal reference code, and under that you see determine your eligibility and apply online. Under that you'll see visitor visa, study and or work permit. So that's where you go. As you click onto it, it asks you several questions. So now these questions depends from person to person. Everyone has a different condition, like different place they're coming from, and their different situations. So this is what I'm answering these questions according to my situations and wherever I'm coming from. But you have to answer these questions thinking about yourself, of course, right? So what would you like to do in Canada? So let's study. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Always select more than 6 months, because after you complete your graduation, you need that 3 months of time to get your work permit. It requires that much time, and you don't want to leave Canada before that, right? Then select the code that matches the one on your passport. So you would do India. There you go. So that's India. What is your current country or territory of residence? If you're presently in Canada, you should select Canada. So very simple. So it's Canada. There you go. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years or older? If you have it, just say yes. If you don't, say no. I have it, so I said yes. Then what is your date of birth? Is to whatever is your date of birth, right? Then you go into next. Then are you a lawful permanent resident of the US with a valid US citizenship and immigration services number?
I wish I could. Yeah, we could try it.
So I select no because I don't have it. I'm not a Canadian citizen yet, or I'm not a US citizen yet. So this is what happens if you have not submitted an answer and just moving to the next question, right? So it will ask you to answer the question and then only move ahead, because that's the required answer. That's a mandatory question, so you have to answer it. Then what is your current immigration status in Canada? Just select as a student and then go next. What is your marital status?
Every single day.
For me it's single, so never married or single. What is your province or territory of destination? So I'm gonna stay in Ontario. I'll select Ontario. But if you are visiting multiple provinces or territories, select the one in which you will be spending the most of your time. Moving ahead, it gives you your results based on what you have answered in those questions. So it's a study permit and temporary resident visa. So for extending your study permit, you just go into this option, hit continue, and it asks you another few more questions that you need to answer. So as you go continue, it asks you, are you accompanying a family member who has status in Canada? You would select no, because you're not accompanying any family member over here. So go ahead next. Then do you also want to apply for a work permit? If you want to extend your co-op work permit, you select yes, I wish to apply for a co-op work permit, but I don't wish to, because I'm not applying for a work permit right now. I'm just extending my study permit. Then I select no and go next. Then when does your status in Canada expire? Now this date would be mentioned on your study permit you already have, or the one which you got when you landed over here first in Canada. So you just have to select the date, whatever is there on your study permit. Suppose 2024, in case March, and say 19 was the expiry date, and you just move ahead. Then it asks you, have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician within the last 12 months? I would say no, because I have not done any medical exam past 12 months. So I'll select no. Then it asks you, you need to have a medical exam if you want to stay in Canada for more than 6 months and have lived in one or more designated countries or territories for more than 6 months in the past year. Then you have to do a medical exam. Otherwise, if you intend to work in any of these jobs, then you have to get your medical done. But I don't fit into it. I don't fit into one of these categories. Then I would select no. Go to the next question. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? I don't want to. I just select no and move to another question. Then are you giving someone access to your application? I would select no, because I myself am applying to extend my study permit.
Let me put it to you this way.
I do not have like an agent who is applying on my behalf for study permit, so I'm going to select no. Move to new. Next question. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints and photo, which is biometrics, for an application to come to Canada? Yes, I did. So before coming to Canada, I had given my biometrics, my fingerprints and photo. So I still have that valid. I'll just select yes and move to next question. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying your fees or are you fee exempt? So yes, I will be paying my application fees. You select that option and go ahead. Are you able to make a digital copy of your documents with a scanner or camera? I am going to make a digital copy of all the documents, right? So I'm going to select yes and move ahead. Will you be paying your application fees online with Visa, MasterCard, Amex, GCB, China? Like these are several MasterCards, so these are only accepted to pay your application fees. So are you going to application fees with this kind of cards? I'll select yes and move ahead. And once you're done answering all these questions, it gives you the question and the answer you have typed in or you have selected, and it just gives you some time, like it gives you enough time actually, I would say, to go through all the questions you have and like all the questions you have answered, so that even if you have a mistake made somewhere, I would not say that, but sometimes you do, right? It's a human error. So if you do, you just go into this section where it gives you an edit option. You just go into that. It will give you permission to enter the information again, and yeah, you can just again review all the questions, and when you're done reviewing all the questions, just go into next. So when you go into next, it gives you step by step what are you going to do. So all the documents you need to scan, create a PDF format, what format it should be, and what should be the size of the documents. Only that size and that format of document will be accepted and will be able to upload the document. And the last is pay the fees, right? So when you go next, it gives you all the documents that you need to submit for submitting your application finally after paying your fees. So this is a mandatory one. This is an IMM 5709 document. You have to upload the file over here. Then the supporting documents are your passport. Then the second one is your letter of acceptance or letter of enrollment. So then you have to give the proof of your financial support. Then I gave my digital photo as well. So upload that. And if you want to give information about yourself, then you have to write down a formal letter. Then the last is just to pay your fees. Alright, that's all for this vlog. I hope it helps you to extend your study permit. If you guys have any question, please do let me know. At last, as always, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon, and I'll see you next time. Bye!